So under-23s football is back. It's been a long time coming. The last time Southampton's youngsters played a competitive match was coincidentally against Middlesbrough. That was at St Mary's Stadium on the final day of last season. A 2-1 win for Saints wasn't enough to move them into a playoff place. Middlesbrough had already secured a spot by then in the playoffs, but they eventually bowed out to Brighton in the semi-finals. But we're back tonight for live online TV coverage, as we will be for every home game this season. It is on the Saints FC Facebook page and YouTube channel. It's Southampton against Middlesbrough under-23s. It's a very good evening for me. I'm Ian Wilding, and pleased to say that Southampton defender Aaron O'Driscoll joins me for all live commentary this evening. And understand, obviously you're injured at the moment, Aaron, but understand not too long to go, hopefully, until you're back on the pitch again.
Yeah, I picked up quite a disappointing injury in pre-season, but thank God it's not too bad, and hopefully be back in contention for our next league game, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, that'll be good news as far as that's concerned. Well, the sun's now shining. We've had all sorts of weather conditions over the last few hours or so. It was pouring down with rain here a couple of hours ago. It's certainly, I'm sure, done the pitch some good. But as you can see, the sun's shining, mild conditions this evening, and hopefully the first match of the season for the under-23s, we can get off to a good start here as well. Well, Saints have got a strong looking lineup with Jack Rose in goal, the former West Bromwich Albion goalkeeper, Jan Valery now, who's been part of the under-23 setup for a few years now, fullback with Vokins. Alfie Jones, the 19-year-old, certainly got lots of experience at level himself at the back with Thomas O'Connor, who can also play midfield. Small bonus Slattery in the middle, and Hesketh, Sims, Johnson, the attacking midfielders. Michael Obafemi, who burst onto the scene last season at the age of 17 for the senior side against Spurs, as that lone man up front. So a few players coming up for the under-18s, Clara and Hamblin included on the substitutes bench, and Alex Cole, the goalkeeper, as well as Ben Rowthorne and Marcus Barnes. The referee today is Sam Allison, who refereed a fair few games in the under-23 level here at the training ground last season, and the majority of matches will be played here for the under-23s, apart from 3 or 4 which are likely to be at St Mary's Stadium. And it's moved from Monday nights now to Friday nights. It was Monday every week last season, but it's a change to the under-23 fixture schedule, and it is going to be Tyrone O'Neill who gets us underway for this first match, the first of 22 league matches to come for Southampton under-23s. And it's headed away already on this left-hand side from Vokins.
Good start from the lads, I'd say, on the second ball.
As far as you're concerned, it must be frustrating, mustn't it, as well, having to watch from the sidelines as well?
There's nothing worse, but sure, look, I'll be there to support the lads and hopefully be able to help them sometime soon. So
yeah, it won't be long now. Fingers crossed. So it's a throw which McGinley, the captain for Middlesbrough, is going to take. And when they met last season, it was Southampton who won 2-1 at St Mary's Stadium back in April. So close though, wasn't it, last season? Only a point in it between Southampton getting to the playoffs.
Yeah,
so
it was
a
weird
effort.
one, because we had a good performance against Middlesbrough last game of the season, but the fact that we didn't get the playoffs put a real down on it, because Redden had to win that day. I think Redden had a convincing win as well, so it was a bit disappointing, but I think we're confident this year that we can get into the playoffs, or even win it, who knows.
Well, hopefully so. There's certainly lots of twists and turns on that final day of the season. So it's going to be Mamoutovic to take the throw. He played in that last match of the season for Middlesbrough last season. And here's Mamoutovic, who's actually got 6 caps for Luxembourg. Joined the club in 2014. Mamoutovic to take. Obafemi plays it back, a through ball, and it's going to be picked up well there from Hemming in the Middlesbrough goal. The right idea though.
It was a good try.
How much potential's Obafemi got, do you think, having done so well last season?
It's not easy marking him every day in training, but nah, it's good. He's a good lad as well, and his pace is just scary, so he can go wherever he wants to go, to be honest. I think he'll have a good season this season. It's his age group now, so he'll be looking to be the main man, so hopefully he does the business.
Middlesbrough down the left-hand side now with Reading. Patrick Redding, who can play left back, he's playing left wing this evening, and they've got a free kick here. Taken quickly. It was Slattery with a challenge.
Go on, Mike. Go on, Mike.
Obafemi does some challenging, and then away it goes this time from Dale. Walker gives it away. Now there's Tyreek Johnson, the former Watford man.
Oh, look.
Comes off Mamoutovic. Vokin to take the throw. Obafemi is the man who waits for it again inside the box. Another throw to Southampton.
Get in front, Stephen! Get him in front!
Another throw to Southampton there. It's all certainly bunched around in that little corner there. Two in the box. Cross this time from Walker. And Middlesbrough have an early free kick here after just 3 minutes here at Staplewood at the Southampton training ground.
Quite a fast start to the game, hasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. The sun's certainly in our eyes here for this early start to this match. A free kick, I should say, here to Middlesbrough early on. Well, last season, Blackburn won the league with 49 points. Villa finished second. Brighton were third, though, and were promoted via the playoffs. But there were some strong sides, weren't there, last season?
Yeah,
Blackburn winning the league.
I think, obviously, we were in the other league the year before, and we got relegated. But standard's very good in this league. Also, like Villa were, I'm actually quite surprised Villa didn't go up because they were a very good side. But Brighton pipped them in the end, so be a good season again this season. With United, obviously, in the league as well now. So that's what you want.
Yeah, absolutely. Manchester United coming down, that was a surprise. Despite how good their academy is, finished bottom of the top league last season. And now here is O'Neill for Middlesbrough. So just coming up to 5 minutes gone then here. Nice long chip this for Middlesbrough to come down on the first game of the season, but they'll hope to come back with at least something here from this game, for something to build on.
Yeah, it's not an ideal start. It's probably the whole length of the country, but sure, we have to do it at some point, don't they? So
Foul in the box. Yeah, they'll probably want to get this one out of the way early, I'd have thought.
Probably, yeah.
On a sunny evening, so already it's a free kick, and Southampton have it. And it's going to be Jack Rose, the Southampton goalkeeper. He actually made his professional debut for Accrington Stanley. But when you look at Jack Rose, there's so many other goalkeepers now at Southampton, isn't there? The competition there is certainly strong.
Jack's quality. I really enjoy playing with him behind me now. But I'd say he could step into a first team environment now and do really well. So look how long his kick is. Like, it's such a relief for defenders. Like,
yeah, certainly effective. Nearly caused some problems here. He might still. Chance now here for Hesketh. Good play, good to see him over his injuries as well. Tyreek Johnson wins a throw for Southampton early on here. It's going to be Jake Vokins to take. He's been part of the England under-17 setup. Johnson again. Vokins. Slattery back again. Here's O'Connor. Too far for Jones. It does find Valerie though. Obafemi. Good play. Sims out. Good ball in from Hesketh. So close. Best chance of the game so far.
It's good defending from Middlesbrough, to be fair.
Such a dangerous ball into the box as well. Caused some real problems. And better from Southampton there. Good football there involving 4 or 5 players. Out wide, nearly caused a real problem in the Middlesbrough defence, but as you say, the defence stood firm. And now, here is Callum Slattery. Alfie Jones to Valerie. Wins a free kick. Vokins again.
Good spell for us now. Kept the ball for a while.
Saints certainly enjoying more possession here so far tonight. So far, Walker plays it back again, all the way back towards Hemming in the Middlesbrough goal.
Go on, Will.
Slight miss kick, his small bone. Sims.
Well played.
Corner kick. So first corner of the game in for Southampton. And they'll get the usual suspects forward now. Alfie Jones is up there. Just starting to get a foothold into this game now, it feels, Southampton, with 8 minutes gone here in this game. Against a Middlesbrough side who you'd expect to be at the top half again, really.
Yeah, no, they were a strong side last year, but obviously with loans and stuff, you never know how strong a team can be, so it'll be interesting to see this year.
Yeah, they're tall and physical. You can imagine they deal well with these corners, but Southampton have got to find a way through. Alfie Jones is one of those players in there, as well as Callum Slattery. Over Fame, he just couldn't quite flick it on. Here is Sims. Looking for a breakthrough. He could get it here. Slattery's touch too heavy, but better football. The touch just takes it out for a goal kick. So Roddy G, how encouraged do you think he'll be then, Aaron, so far?
Yeah, it's been a solid start, to be fair. We've got a foothold now and just have to build on that now, to be honest.
Well, Roddy G, he did say that he can't wait to get the season underway. Had time to prepare, gone through every detail, he said, but I suppose that's what you want, isn't it? Just to start playing some football again. Exactly. It must seem like a long summer at times.
Yeah, of course, and pre-season's not the easiest, so you just can't wait for that first game to come around. But we've had a lot of good games over pre-season, so we're more than ready anyway.
Here's Walker. Reading in the middle to Ward. Picked up from Smallbone.
Come on. Okay.
Walker tried to get in on the action, but well played from Valerie. Cleared out for a throw to Middlesbrough. A number of players have moved on this summer, a number of Southampton players, including Ollie Cook, Amani Little, Olin Moller, Will Wood. It's gone to Accrington Stanley, Richard Backery as well. So a good opportunity for them to get their careers going. Maybe some senior appearances for them elsewhere. Thrown in. Oh, and it's not too far off either. Lovely curling shot. The first real attempt on goal. It's come for the away side. And it's worth a go there from O'Neill.
Yeah, he scored a good goal against us last year, if you remember.
Yeah.
At St Mary's. Jesus, some strike. Let's be careful with that.
Yeah, he's got a shot on him. He had a bit of space there on the edge of the box.
Give off.
So not a bad start here then. That first real attempt on goal has come for the away side. We were saying about those players that have been released. It's an opportunity though, isn't it, for some of the players from the under-18s now to really cement a place in the under-23s, like
exactly.
Smallbone and Co.
Yeah, just obviously with players gone, it gives opportunities to others, and I think the 18s lads had a good season last year, so they're ready to step up, and it's some good competition for everyone, to be honest. We have a strong squad this year.
So I know Driscoll with me in the commentary box this evening. In from Walker, given away from Morley. Picked up from McGinley. Good play from Valerie. Throw to Middlesbrough. The under-18s have a new head coach, Danny Butterfield, moving on. It was announced today. Paul Hardiman now the new head coach of the under-18s. Danny Butterfield, is he much part of your development here?
Yeah, under-18s 2 years ago. He was the assistant coach with Craig Fleming, so I've had a good relationship with Butts, so wish him all the best, and I'm sure he'll do well with MK Don. So
yeah, good opportunity for them. And now Middlesbrough in from McGinley, out forward now from Morley. Mamutovic can't get there. Saints could get there from Obafemi, but certainly big tall centre backs there. They've got Stubbs, Dale. I say it's going to be difficult to break through. But they might be tall, but then you've got Obafemi's pace.
Yeah,
if you get in there, can't you, in behind them.
If you get a good pass into Michael, not many people are catching him, so that'll be the aim.
Another throw, Vokins to take.
I think Middlesbrough are always quite a physical side, so we know what to expect. So
there's Vokins again. Rose. O'Connor to Jones. Here's Saints coming forward again.
It's keep on looking.
There's Valerie with a misplaced ball. 20 years of age now, Jan Valerie. I suppose this is a chance, isn't it, Valerie, this season to try and push on now, try and get into the senior side, try and push the fullbacks there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think Jan's physically ready. Like, he's top player, Jan. So hopefully this year you can make a breakthrough. To be honest.
There we saw the senior side playing. Matt Targett filled in at right back, came on as a substitute in the second half against Celta Vigo, with Cedric still coming back at the time. Slotted in well there in that position, so certainly lots of choices there for Mark Hughes as far as the senior side's concerned. Hopefully Valerie will be knocking on the door as well. Obafemi tries to get there, headed away from Mamutovic. It was Smallbone across for Saints. Throw to Middlesbrough.
Something smells nice, doesn't it?
Certainly does, doesn't it, in the background? Oh yeah, the majority shareholder, Jiseng Gao, here today. So too is Katharina Liebert, Chairman Ralph Kruger, Manager Mark Hughes. Whatever that food is, I think they're going to be having some of it at half-time. To try and get in there ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
So volleyed away this time now from Alfie Jones.
Go on, Mike.
Forward now to Obafemi, but it's going to roll out for a throw. So it's quieting down a little. Middlesbrough have been restricted to just that one shot on the edge of the penalty area from O'Neill, which fizzed wide. Saints' best chance coming from a ball in for the right-hand side, a dangerous ball to the 6-yard box, which was cleared for Middlesbrough. On the whole, you'd say Saints have just about had more possession here as well so far.
Yeah, we just about edged it, but it's been quite tight, to be fair.
Yeah, certainly not been a lot in it. Saying this referee here, Sam Allison, produced a couple of red cards here last season. Here is Vokins. Jones.
Not bad.
Slattery to the right. Valerie to take. Southampton in the International Cup, Premier League, Premier International Cup, with Dynamo Zagreb to come on Tuesday night. Headed away again from Jones. How much of a good experience will that be for the players as well?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, a lot of clubs in the Premier League are in it, so it's good that we're in it this year. And I think we've Porto as well in the group. We've won it the last 2 years, so that'll be a good test as well. But
yeah,
Won't be just ready for that one, but maybe in the next game. So
yeah, well, it'd be great to play them. Porto. Some big teams involved in there. West Ham in there as well. Chance for Saints now to win this ball back in the middle, but Southampton finding it difficult now to get it off Walker. They do eventually. Here is Vokins. He's got Johnson in front of him. Mamutovic to take. Saints finished 6th last season. 33 points from 22 games, just a point behind Reading in 5th to try and get into a playoff place. Not much in it at all. It was a late flurry really from Southampton, went on a good run in the end. And it's Mamutovic again to take for Middlesbrough. Another chance here for Morley. He could hit this. Hit it clean, but well saved. Good play from Jack Rose.
Comfortable enough for Jack, that.
So it's played forward again. And there's an opportunity here for try and get on the attack here for Southampton. Out wide to the right towards Sims. Smallbone to Vokins.
Come on, boys.
Just slowed down a little bit for Southampton last few minutes. Already 18 minutes gone here. Certainly Middlesbrough look like their main man is O'Neill. Reading and Walker causing some problems as well. Walker very difficult to shrug off the ball. Mamutovic to take. Stubbs to Dale.
Go on, Mike. Great press. Quality. That's his pace. That's what you get.
Need to be doing that, don't they, Southampton? Good pressing there against the Middlesbrough players. Causing them into a mistake. Because he's as good off the ball as he's on the ball, it seems, isn't he? There.
Yeah, because we like to press as well, and having Mike up there helps us a lot. Like win the ball back high up the pitch, so it's a great run that as well. Seconds.
Here is Tyreek Johnson. One back from Ward. Stubbs leaves it, hemming away.
Oh, well.
Smallbones touches too heavy. Middlesbrough have a chance on the breakaway here already. Here's Morley, who had that shot a second ago, which hit the target. Oh, it's a misplaced ball from Walker that time. So 2 attempts, both have come from Middlesbrough, one off target, one on target. I was saying that shot that fizzed across past, but you wouldn't say any real clear-cut chances so far, would you?
It's come to enough for Jack, and the other one wasn't on target, so you can't really say it was too much.
Johnson gives it away. Mamutovic. There's Vokins. Well, Saints won 7 matches in 2018 in the league, so they, as I say, ended well after a small wobble before Christmas. Here's Tyreek Johnson. Free kick, 2 of them round him. Jeez. No complaints there. Nearly halfway through the first half already. Smallbone back towards the left of the centre circle. O'Connor. Back to Smallbone.
Good switch.
Switches to Valerie.
Go on, yeah.
Arrived from Stade Rennais. Signed his first professional contract now, Jan Valerie, 2.5 years ago. So you yourself, you can play midfield as well as centre-back. Is there a position, though, you would fancy as centre-back, your natural position?
Yeah, I think I've played midfield more when I was younger, but now I'm definitely a centre-back now, so I'm more settled there, and I enjoy it, to be fair. So.
And how do you find it sometimes when you've got some of the senior players coming back from injury? How good experience is that, playing alongside players like Florian Gardus, for example, last season, and players like that?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a good experience, because obviously they've been around, they've done it, and it's good to get advice off them as well. So it's always good to learn off the older boys. So.
Certainly a fairly young squad out there today. It's Smallbone who tried to get there. Slattery got there first ahead of him. Foul that time on O'Connor. And you were at Manchester City before Southampton. That must have been a terrific experience for a couple of years there.
Yeah, it was a great experience. I come from Ireland and going to Man City, it was a bit surreal, but I'm really settled here now and I'm enjoying my football, so couldn't be happier. Just get back fit.
Yeah. So a corner kick then to Southampton. So he'd love to be there now, trying to head this home now in the penalty area. Yeah. But the two centre backs forward now, O'Connor and Alfie Jones. It's going to be Vokins to take it. Made his FA Youth Cup debut, Jake Vokins, back at the age of 15. Hesketh is the man who stands just outside the box. Smallbone and Slattery, the two midfielders in there. Small infringement inside the penalty area. They're going to try again, second time lucky. Vokins to take the corner. Oh, could have caused some problems, but it's well held there from the 18-year-old Zach Hemming.
Good claim by the keeper, to be fair.
Now for another throw. I suppose it's just that final ball at the moment for Southampton.
Yeah, we've done well up to the goal. It's just that exactly clinical in the final third, to be honest.
Conditions like this, does this affect the tempo, do you think? The heat sometimes?
Yeah,
it's slightly cooler now.
Yeah, obviously it's cooler now. I think if it was hot as it's been, it does affect it, but there's been rain as well, so the pitch is quality. There's not many excuses really, to be honest.
Now then, Southampton looking to hold on to the possession. A little bit of patient build up here. Slattery to Vokins. Under pressure from Johnson. Throw there to Southampton. Well, Paul Stevenson is the coach of Middlesbrough under 23s. He replaced Paul Jenkins last year. Midfielder for Newcastle, Paul Stevenson. He was also first team coach at Blackpool with Lee Clark. And it's well dealt with there from Stubbs, who once played for Wigan. Volleyed clear that time from Alfie Jones. Up to Obafemi, headed away from Spence. Morley, Sims. Vokins. Here's Alfie Jones. Similarly to yourself, isn't he, really? I can say you're naturally a centre-back now, but you have played in midfield. Alfie Jones can do similar, can't he?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Alfie probably played in midfield a bit more than me, but yeah, I enjoyed playing with Alfie last season. We thought we had quite a good partnership towards the end of the season, so be interesting this season. Some good competition. So,
how far can he go? Do you think, Alfie Jones as a player?
Yeah, definitely. I think definitely he's going to try to get some first team football this year, wherever that is. But 100%, wherever he can go wherever he wants, to be honest.
Certainly got a maturity about his play. Here is Smallbone.
Great ball.
Great ball indeed. It's going to be a chance now for Sims, who could pull the trigger with his right foot. Oh, and it's not far off either. Right across the face of goal. Johnson was nearly in there, but you'd have to say that is Southampton's best chance so far. It's needed a touch inside the 6-yard box. Good play from Sims, and well, just a yard away. But Saints, I think, just need to get him on the ball more often, Sims, because that's what
definitely.
he can do.
He's been a bit isolated out there. Just getting the ball more and he'll do the business.
So stays goalless here then. It's been a quiet start to this match. We saw a number of goals here last season at times. We saw a 4-3, a 3-3. And there was a stage, wasn't there, last season, kind of between November to February, where there's goals galore here, really.
Oh, it really was. What probably wasn't the best thing, but I think after Christmas we really kind of had more of the same team every week, and obviously the results showed that, and we were good after Christmas. So
yeah,
it's quite hard having a settled team, because obviously you have lads coming down from first team and all, so you just kind of have to adjust to that. So that's one of the challenges, I suppose.
Yeah, hopefully this season there'll be a settled looking lineup for the under-23s. We're here for live TV coverage. It's on our Facebook page and the YouTube channel. Southampton against Middlesbrough, the first match of the under-23 season. Every Saints home game here on live online involving the under-23s. The under-18s begin their campaign tomorrow. And then the senior side on Sunday for their first match of the season at home to Burnley. That one kicks off at 1:30. It's Paul Stevenson, the Middlesbrough coach. There's O'Connor. Come on. Johnson gives it away. Mamutovic.
Great reaction.
Here is Walker. Good challenge from Hesketh. Headed away from Stubbs. O'Connor. Sims gives it away in a risky position. Here's Ward. Could go all the way here. Great challenge there at the last minute there from Valerie. He had to turn that absolutely spot on, otherwise he could have been in trouble, but brilliant challenge there at just the right time. Terrific play there. So good going forward, but then in there at the right place there, Valerie, when needs to be. $15 to go then before half time. Naturally, I'm sure it will open up more in the second half.
Yeah, it's the first game of the season, so I don't think neither side wants to concede early, so it might open up in the second half.
How important is it, though, particularly this time of the year, for confidence, just to get out the traps quickly and start winning some games?
Yeah, of course, because obviously pre-season games are not competitive, and this is the league starting back, competitive nature. And I think last season we had a good start, but we didn't maintain that. So I think that's what the aim will be this year, just to get a run of results together and push on, to be honest.
Yeah, be great if you could be up there kind of from the start of the season. Try and get back into that top division where the likes of Chelsea are, Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool. And now here is Vokins. Johnson in front of him. Slattery to Johnson. So Saints' best chance then coming a few minutes ago. A great ball across the face of goal there from Sims, but Obafemi and Johnson were in there. Johnson just couldn't quite get far enough. Just too far in front of him, but Saints are going to have another chance here potentially. Vokins to take. Not to be that time. Commentator's curse. Slattery gives it away. So Saints have got Dynamo Zagreb on Tuesday, followed by Stoke away. Then Manchester United at home, that's in 2 weeks. I'll be live as well, here, online. Here's Stubbs. McGinley, an option, back again. Here's Morley. Mamutovic.
I think we've something like 10 games between now and the end of September, so
Yeah,
it's plenty of games. That's what you want.
must be good as well for momentum, really, more than anything, when you play on a midweek and on a Friday.
Yeah, of
can only
course.
help.
Like, that's what you want. Games, and like especially if you're playing well, can't come quick enough.
Yeah. So goal kick then to Southampton. What happens when you lose a game? You've got a game 3 days later. Is it something you would welcome, or the fact you can bounce back, or is it something you'd rather avoid if you just lost and you've got a game coming up?
I think you'd welcome it, to be honest, because you can right your wrongs as soon as possible. So like that's what you really want. That's the good thing about football. There's always the next game. Like, it's not the end of the world.
Exactly. It doesn't give you too long to dwell on it then, does it? So Rose to take the goal kick. He signed for Southampton now nearly a year ago, September last year. Just under 12 minutes left then in the first half. Also got the Checker Trade Trophy to come. You've got the likes of Colchester, Cambridge and Carlisle in that group. So again, another talking about fixtures and what have you, another competition there to look forward to. It's about 5 competitions you're in.
Yeah. And we had Cambridge last year and we managed to beat them, so hopefully the same this year. Checker Trade is a really good competition for us, like playing against men, playing men's football, so shows you what's to come.
Absolutely, chance to get to Wembley as well, potentially. At the end of it.
Who knows?
You never know. Vokins to take. Here's Vokins again. O'Connor. Back to Rose. It's been a slow-tempoed first half here.
Great pass.
Lovely ball out to Johnson. Johnson's got Obafemi. Oh, and he nearly found Obafemi. It's the right kind of ball. Took a decent bounce as well, didn't it, to be fair?
That's vintage Tyreek. That's what he loves. Get the ball out of his feet and whip it in.
So close. Here's Johnson again.
Go on, 1v1.
Good crowd here this evening as well. Plenty of scouts here, and as we were saying, the Southampton board here as well. Foul on Hesketh. The Saints haven't really had too many, if any, free kicks in this kind of position, have they, so far tonight? In a relatively dangerous position.
No, Will's got a great delivery as well, so this will be a threat, I'd say. Wouldn't be surprised if he scored from it.
Yeah, scored a stunning goal in the FA Youth Cup against Manchester United at Old Trafford a couple of years ago. Described it as a dream come true. To say he does have a good shot on him. There's Jones in the box. O'Connor in there as well. There's Smallbone. Not what he wanted in the end, though. That's bread and butter there for Zach Hemming in the Middlesbrough goal. Reading forward. Walker tries to get there. He does. Good pace from him. 2 in the middle. Spence is one of them. Walker still going. Oh, he nearly found Spence. The 18-year-old is certainly a tenacious midfielder, Spence. He was in the right place there. There's Valerie again to Sims. But they're keeping possession well in that middle third, Southampton, aren't they, really?
Yeah, it's just the final bit, really. We've kept possession well, though.
Aaron O'Driscoll, the Southampton defender, with me for commentary for this game this evening. Middlesbrough ended the season well, lost just 3 of their last 11 games in the PL2. Lost to Brighton in the playoffs in the end at the Amex Stadium 3-0. They've got a strong side out tonight. Out again to Johnson, good ball from Slattery. Hesketh. Hesketh again. Sims away. Smallbone, Valerie.
Great ball again, yeah.
Oh, nearly found Obafemi again. It's fine margins, isn't it? 2 or 3 times it's been so close to finding Obafemi.
Fair, it's been good defending from Middlesbrough, so
yeah,
not much more Jan can do.
Slattery again, Vokins.
Be ready, be ready. Drop in 5. Drop in 5. Drop in 5.
Valerie. Here's Sims again. Created a good chance earlier. This time wins the throw. Valerie to take once again.
It's a good spell for us, this. Good spell of pressure.
I really smell that food now in the background.
Making me hungry.
Stomach's rumbling now. Here's a chance. O'Connor.
It's a good run, Tom.
Obafemi nearly found Hesketh. It's getting slightly better for Southampton in that final third now, but here's Ward. Reading does the chasing. It's a goal kick to Southampton, and we've not got that long left now really in the first half, just 6 minutes or so. Can't imagine we'll have too many minutes of stoppage time here either. Thomas O'Connor in his sort of more unfavoured central defence position, generally as a kind of a holding midfielder, but
Good run that, wasn't it?
did very well there.
To be fair, me and Tom played together a few times internationally at centre back a few years ago, so he's not too unfamiliar.
And he's not put a foot wrong so far, has he, tonight?
Oh, he's doing well.
Here he is again trying to win the ball. That Saints formation now, that kind of 3 behind the front man, it's a kind of a 4-2-3-1. You must know that formation off the back of your hand now, and how to
definitely. I think all the age groups play that, so we all know our jobs and there's no excuses anyway.
Here is Vokins. Foul there that time on Slattery. Was there an option, do you think, for you to get some football elsewhere on loan this season, or are you just going to see how it goes?
Well, I think, obviously I'm injured at the moment, so just get back fit, play well with the 23s, and then who knows what happens. I said there's plenty of scouts watching at the moment anyway, so there's loads of opportunities.
There is Johnson, Vokins. Oh, Vokins nearly capitalised. Mistake, hesitation there in the Middlesbrough defence. Southampton nearly capitalised. There's been 3 or 4 of those balls in a 6-yard box.
I think we just need to anticipate it a bit better. Just that was a big chance there.
Yeah, see to the situation. Vokins there.
Centre back was sloppy.
Yeah, hesitation from Stubbs. Just no one in the 6-yard box, unfortunately, for Saints. Likes to burst forward though, Vokins, and he showed it there. Forward to O'Neill. Smallbone clears. Maybe one last chance to come before half time. So the sun goes down here. Thank goodness for that. We'll stop covering our eyes now for the second half.
See it again.
Thrown in again, aimed up towards Ward. Here's Morley. Also plays a left midfielder, the Newcastle-born midfielder Morley. Tyreek Johnson back for Southampton. Obafemi, can they get him on the breakaway? Just not enough to flick it on towards Hesketh. Back to Hemming. The first half, a few chances. Second half coverage we will have as well here live online on Facebook and YouTube, the Southampton FC official channels. Spence to Stubbs. Volleyed out from O'Connor. In front of that very expensive dome there, as you can see behind, that must help a lot when it comes to... Do you get to use that very often?
To be fair, it's more the younger lads that use it, but it gets very hot in the in the heat, so it's but it's quality facilities. I can't complain.
Yeah, moves Saints to a Category A training academy, and now it's back again towards Mamutovic. Obafemi, Hesketh, Mamutovic again. Ward. O'Connor, as cool as you like. Maybe one last chance to come before the break. Could come here. Obafemi, Valerie. Johnson and Hesketh over on this left-hand side. Vokins. Lovely football, Obafemi, Hesketh, Johnson. Not to be. Lovely one-touch football there, though. Better.
Yeah, the right foot done well in the end.
Created space there for Saints on the left-hand side. So Vokins to take the throw. We'll find out soon for the fourth official how many minutes of injury time we're going to have. And the Oxford-born fullback to take into Johnson. Throw to Boro. Got some good players, Middlesbrough, those who are saying their main man Hayden Coulson, the defenders, gone on loan to St Mirren for some experience as well, but they've still got a strong side. So 1 minute of stoppage time. We're into it now. Saints have it where they want it at the moment in that corner. What do you think Ruddy Gidi's kind of half-time message is going to be to the players?
I think it's going to be positive, to be honest, but just that final bit, the final third, just be more clinical, and obviously there's been some good crosses being whipped in, just getting the end of it, to be honest. It's been a solid start.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a few tweaks here and there in the second half. Middlesbrough with a final chance of the half. Here's Ward. Walker.
No chance.
Nothing in that at all. Referee was close by, I imagine. And the ball goes in the air in a second. The referee, you'd think, will blow his whistle. Quick look at the watch from him. And he blows for half time, so not a lot in it at all between these two sides. Not a great deal of chances. Middlesbrough have had one shot on target, one off target. Saints have put 3 or 4 balls into the box. It, again, caused some problems, but no one was on the end of it. But it's been a very quiet, slow-tempoed first half, but there's not been much in it at all between these two sides. But at half-time here, it's 0-0 here at Staplewood. And Aaron, just again, your kind of half-time thoughts?
Yeah, it's, you nailed it on the head there, to be honest. It's not much between the sides. I think we've probably had a good bit more possession, but both sides have had a few half chances, but nothing really to between them, to be honest.
No, absolutely not. Well, hopefully you can join us for second half live online TV coverage here. It's Saints' first match of the season, the under-23s. At the moment, there is not much in it at all. Hoping for a more open second half. I'm sure it will be. But at half-time here at Staplewood, it is Southampton 0, Middlesbrough 0. So welcome back then to Staplewood. It's Southampton under-23s against Middlesbrough. It's been a slow-tempoed first half. At this point we would show you the highlights of what's happened in the first half, but there's not really been any, apart from a shot which went wide from Middlesbrough on the edge of the box. It wasn't a real chance. It was always sailing wide. But we'll hope for more in the second half. Certainly a more open second half match. And the referee, Sam Allison, is about to blow his whistle to get this second half underway. So we're going for the same lineup, the same teams that we had in the first half. We'll go through those in a second. But now Southampton out down the left-hand side. It's already given away there from Callum Slattery, the 19-year-old. And Middlesbrough have a throw. So Southampton have got Jack Rose in goal, Valerie, Jones, O'Connor and Vokins at the back, Smallbone and Slattery, the two in the middle, Josh Sims, Jake Hesketh and Tyreek Johnson, the attacking midfielders, behind Michael Obafemi as that lone man up front. Subs, Clara, Cole, Rowthorne, Hamblin and Marcus Barnes. So that's the Saints side in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Aaron O'Driscoll, the Southampton defender, is with me in the commentary box. And Aaron, just a reminder, people just tuning in, the situation with your injury and how close do you think you are to playing first team football?
Yeah, I've picked up a bit of a hamstring injury in pre-season and I've been doing some rehab and hopefully back training next week and be involved in the next league, and that's the aim anyway, but we'll have to see.
So Middlesbrough have got Hemming in goal, Mamutovic, Stubbs, Dale and McGinley at the back, with Morley and Spence in the middle, Walker, Ward and Redding behind O'Neill, who had that only real Middlesbrough chance in the first half. Here is Walker, O'Neill in the middle. Walker. And it's always sailing wide really from Spence. But already a chance there in the first half. It was a half chance, but gives you a little bit of a, taste of what it could be like in the second half.
Hopefully there's more chance this half. I think it's always going to be cagey first half, first game of season, so I might open up a bit now.
Definitely calling our Marchwood now the sun has gone down. So we're at this match then for live TV coverage. I'm Ian Wilding, I've got Aaron O'Driscoll with me. And we've played 2 minutes here in the second half. And it's an opportunity now for Southampton to try and put this forward with three men all in a line. One of them, Tyreek Johnson. Back again, Hesketh to Johnson. Cleared from Stubbs, and Southampton have another throw. One bit of news this week on the under-23s page is that 19-year-old goalkeeper Kingsley Latham has moved to Dorchester. Chance for him to get some first team experience there. And as you can see, there's a number of big names here this evening, including that man, the manager Mark Hughes. Looks in a very relaxed mood going into that opening match of the season against Burnley on Sunday, 1:30 kickoff.
It's hard to believe the season's starting back again. Doesn't feel like long ago since we broke up for off season, but it's good to be back.
So Valerie to take, back again. Slattery across towards Sims. Decent ball. Walker. Ward nearly got in there. He might still. Good play there from Alfie Jones to stop him, but Middlesbrough have their first call of the game here.
Yeah, it's a good block from Alf there. Had to make it.
Did well. Corner kick to Middlesbrough. We were saying about these big, tall, physical players they've got. They've not really had much of a chance to show what they can do as far as going forward's concerned. But Mamutovic is in there, so too Stubbs. And already it's been a better game in this first half already early on than the first. Saints still looking for their first chance, real chance, but they've got some defending to do here. Header away. Here's Spence. Obafemi. Not giving him any time on the ball, Dale. McGinley back. Given away from Spence. Johnson. Not to be that time. Nearly 5 gone in the second half. Ward gives it
Second
away.
ball.
Saints defending well here tonight. I think Mark Hughes watching on will be impressed by that. The organisation of Southampton there at the back.
Yeah, we've done a lot of work on our defensive side of the game, so coaches will be happy with that, I'd say.
Southampton started last season with an emphatic 4-0 win against Reading at St Mary's Stadium. I think it certainly, remember, it came to life in the second half there. Saints will be hoping to do the same here this evening. It's Middlesbrough at home. It's live on YouTube and Facebook. Opening match of the season. Obafemi.
Good, Michael.
He's got Sims to his right. Here's Hesketh.
Lone Hesk.
Yeah, made up for it there. Did well. Very good play there. That's what you want to see, isn't it? A player losing the ball and then straight away getting it back.
Yeah, it's a great reaction from West there.
Slattery to Valerie.
Played. Oh,
O'Connor. Vokins. Just got away from him in the end. He's played in the European Championships for the under-17s, Vokins, but away from him again. Here's Obafemi. As we were saying in the first half, made his senior start against, or came off the bench against Spurs last year at the age of 17 years and 199 days. Free kick to Middlesbrough. Valerie away. What's the difference between playing here and St Mary's Stadium? Do you find it's a little kind of different feel really when you play?
well, obviously playing at the stadium's great because we don't get to play there that often, but this pitch, I think I might be wrong, but it's the exact same size as St Mary's. So like, pitch, it's quite a big pitch anyway, so size-wise it's quite similar in that sense, but can't be playing in the proper stadium, so...
Yeah, it gives you a bit of a taster as well, I suppose.
Yeah, well, it's not as full as usual, but
Yeah.
but no, it definitely gives you a taster.
There's Jones across. Here is O'Connor.
Pass.
In from Vokins. That's not a bad ball. Sims could capitalise.
Oh, it's unlucky.
Almost did. Sims certainly busy making himself available there. If he can just get on the ball more in the second half, Saints could really cause some problems here to Middlesbrough. Here's Smallbone in space. Johnson. Off the foot of Mamutovic.
It's been quite a lively start to the second half, which is good, obviously.
Yeah, both sides going for it more in the second half, become more end to end. And now it's Vokins again to take. Still going to keep it in play. And Spence gives away a throw. Roddy Jahidi also said this week on the official website that we wanted to implement early on the spirit and togetherness. It's certainly vital to do that, isn't it? Early on in the summer, get everyone together going into the season.
I think it's a good group this year. We all get on quite well, and
here's Sims. Sorry, as out for a corner kick this time. Better from Saints.
Yeah, as I was saying, like a lot of 2 years ago, our 18 side was quite similar to this. Obviously, a few of the older boys, but it's a good group this year. I think we can do well, so have to see.
Yeah, as you say, the game's coming in thick and fast, and you say 10 games between now and the end of September. Certainly need that togetherness, and they've got a chance here to get their first goal here of the season. First corner of the second half. Jones and O'Connor both in there. Let's see what Vokins can do with this corner. Well, I mean, he's done well, the goalkeeper there, commanded his area well, Hemming. He's had to do that a few times tonight, really.
Yeah, he looks good from crosses, the keeper.
Decent kick as well, Walker. Valerie for a throw.
That's the good thing about Jan, his physicality. Even if he gets in a bad place, he recovers very well.
Yeah, he did very well there. He's done that a few times tonight. Now here is Smallbone to O'Connor. Johnson. Slattery. 10 gone already now in the second half. Still waiting for the deadlock to be broken. Here is Valerie. Morley.
Great pace.
Spence. Too far. Throw to Saints. Middlesbrough drew their final away match of the season last season at Wolves 1-1. That was before their playoff exit. That was at Brighton. But they're holding Southampton here at the moment. And the Saints board here this evening. Mr. Gow. Watching on. Ralph Kruger here as well, the Saints chairman, Katerina Liebert. Now then, here's a chance for Hesketh. Wins the corner. Better from Southampton again, building a little bit of pressure here.
It's a good press from us. I think when we get the press right, we're very hard to play against.
He created himself an opportunity there. Stubbs, again, who's played well tonight, hesitated at one point in the first half and Southampton nearly capitalised, but Hesketh did well to win the corner kick. There stood, as he always does, on the edge of the box, waiting for it just in case. Sims outside as well.
Great delivery.
And once again, it's a kind of carbon copy, really, isn't it? At the keeper, commands his area well. McGinley across, Spence out wide. Two corners then for Saints in the second half. Valerie. McGinley. Walker. Vokins.
Clears.
Now it's going to be too far by the looks of things there for Hesketh. It is, and Middlesbrough have another throw. Middlesbrough's games come in thick and fast as well. They've got Fulham at home next Friday. Stoke away 10 days later. Aston Villa at home, all to come in the next 3 weeks.
It'll be a tight league again this year, I'd say. I think Blackburn didn't win by much last year, so I'd say it'll be tight.
How do you think it will compare? Do you think it's similar kind of quality, or do you?
It's hard to tell as well, because obviously lads going out on loan, and some age groups have good players coming through from 18s as well, so have to wait and see. But I expect Villa to be strong again. Obviously United coming down.
There's Charles Johnson. Oh, and it was nearly an opportunity. Again, Middlesbrough, that last little bit of last-ditch defending from them happens so often, and it's happened again there from Stubbs. And once again, Southampton have another corner kick. This one just needs to be further away from the keeper if they can, but he's such a presence in there, catching everything in that 6-yard box.
Yeah, it was a good delivery again. I think, to be fair to Middlesbrough, they've dealt with that quite well.
Yeah, once again, making it difficult for Saints. And now it's going to be another corner kick to be taken from Will Smallbone. Let's see what they can do this time. Obafemi's in there. This time not the keeper, but headed away. A chance for Hesketh. O'Connor.
Oh, good feed.
Hesketh again. Only one man forward though for Middlesbrough. Difficult for them to get on the breakaway, but they've got men bursting forward now, as you can see. Given away from Spence. Still waiting for the first substitution here this evening. Now then Obafemi with pace. What can he do? Great play from him. Could have a shot here. Oh, his touch lets him down. Sims. Sims again. Goal kick. That's such a frustration there, isn't it? Because he got himself into such a great position, Obafemi. It was so close there for getting a real shot on goal there.
I think that just shows his threat though. When you give him a yard of his time, he's away, and to be fair, they got men back and snuffed the situation out, so
yeah,
it's unlucky.
Yeah, they got men back quickly there. 4 in the box. Past the hour mark. Good options on the bench for Southampton. Could see Marcus Barnes at some point. Slattery. Here's Sims. Back from McGinley. Ward. Slattery wins a free kick. Well, referee Sam Allison, he's refereed a number of National League games over the years. Mix of that and under 23 level.
Yeah, he's definitely a familiar face anyway. We've had him a few times last year.
Yeah. You must get to know them well after a while.
Yeah. Some more than others anyway.
Yeah. Now for another throw. So still waiting for that first goal. Decent crowd here for this match this evening, as we were saying. Plenty of those in the background will be scouts and coaches from other clubs. Too far for Smallbow. O'Neill. Walker. Ward, not far off at all, inches wide, and that's got to be the chance of the half, possibly chance of the game for Middlesbrough.
Yeah, probably chance of the game, I'd say. It was a good opportunity, but thank God they didn't score.
Yeah, it did well there. Walker, a little ball through. To be fair, though, Alfie Jones did well there to
cover it.
Yeah. It's one of those, though, isn't it? All it needs is a little deflection. Could go anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah. Forward again from O'Connor. Another throw to Middlesbrough. Saying earlier about the facilities there behind that goal, though, but it's just the whole. Everything, isn't it? The complex got everything you need, really.
It has to be one of the best in the country. Definitely, we're not wanting anything. We have everything we need, and the pitches are class. So we've no excuses to not get better. To be honest.
There's Johnson. Hesketh wins a free kick. How much inspiration do you get as well from some of the players who've come through? When you look at the massive names that have come through this academy over the years.
Yeah, 100%. I think a lot. That's the draw for a lot of players coming here. Just seeing the players upon players coming through, and I think everyone wants to be that next player. So it's not easy because there's a lot of players, but that's what we all aspire to do, really.
Here's Valerie. Volley behind that time from Nathan Dale. Another corner for Southampton. It's their 4th for the second half. Something's got to give eventually, you would think. So say Southampton won that game last season 2-1. The reverse fixture 3. So close there. remains 0-0. So that 3-3 at Middlesbrough, were you involved in that game? Did he play in that one?
I think I was on the bench that day. Florin played that day, but I think Middlesbrough played quite a strong side that game. They had a Rudy Gestad, Ashley Fletcher, so I think we were 3-1 up at one stage, and they got back. They scored a late equaliser. So, but then at home, I thought we played well against them. To be honest, the first half, I thought we were very, very good, and I think it was 2-0 at half time. So.
Yeah, it's certainly been entertaining games between the two sides. At the moment, though, it's goalless here. Middlesbrough play their matches as well as the odd game at the Riverside Stadium. You also play at Rockcliffe Park in County Durham. Here at Staplewood, the Southampton training ground. 20 minutes gone in the second half. Back to Rose. Another throw which Vokins will take once again. No substitutions at the moment being ready, but I'd imagine next 5-10 minutes we'll see a little bit of action there from the substitutes. Middlesbrough subs are Died Spence, brother of Kian, Nathan Guru, Bilal Barami and Bradley James. Could have two Spencers on the field soon. There's a chance now though for Reading for Middlesbrough. Morley. Valerie with a throw. Valerie to take once again, so we're approaching the halfway mark now in the second half. Slightly better second half than the first, but still slight lack of chances on the whole. Middlesbrough had that good opportunity which went inches wide of the post and Ward. That's their best chance of the game so far.
I think there's more tempo to the half. Like, I think both teams are kind of more at it, more competitive. But yeah, still not many chances to be honest.
Probably Saints' best of the half was that corner a couple of minutes ago, which just went inches over everybody's heads. Now O'Connor to Vokins. Loads of space all of a sudden to run into. Johnson. Vokins again, Johnson. Hesketh, just when he could have really had acres of space to pull the trigger. Possibly could have had time for a touch.
He just didn't open his body up. It was a tough one, but it's a good link up between Jake and Ty there. They played plenty of games together, so.
Signs of encouragement. Just got the angle wrong. Just bounced as well, just at the wrong time.
Awkward bounce.
Thought that was the moment there for Southampton. Tyreek Johnson, who scored 6 goals at this level last season there, nearly with an assist. The first match of the season is for the under-23s. Evenly poised. You wouldn't want to call it, would you, Lou?
Nah, it's a tough one to call, but I still fancy us now to make a winner. I think maybe once one goal goes in, there might be a couple, so have to see.
Yeah, often how it works, isn't it? Once that one goal goes in, it could change the whole way the game goes, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Still, things stay like this. I think it's fair to say that both sides will be pretty satisfied if it's a draw, something to build on.
Yeah, it's something to build on, definitely, but I think we'll be going for the win tonight now.
Certainly there to be won. Both sides will feel now. Then again to Hesketh. Over to Johnson. Johnson put his man under pressure. He's going to win a corner kick here again. It's out of play from Mamutovic. Once again, a 6th corner of the half for Southampton. Just over 20 minutes to play. Middlesbrough about to make their first substitution soon, but we'll have this corner first. In the next couple of minutes or so, you think. Slattery and O'Connor in there, Obafemi in there once again, Tyreek Johnson as well. Dangerous ball again, it causes a mishap in the defence, and it's put in eventually.
Alfie, I think it was.
Alfie Jones with a final touch for Southampton. The under-23s have got their season well and truly underway now. That first goal, and hopefully the first of many more for Saints as well. Alfie Jones makes it 1-0. And it was a scrappy goal, but that kind of sums up the game, doesn't it, in general?
Definitely. It's a weird one as well. The keeper's been good from crosses, we've said that, and he's dropped it there.
Yeah, just second time got away from him.
Good reaction from Alf, to be fair.
To say again, he has been so consistent all the way through. And then it's a left footer from Alfie Jones. It was a slight angle. It was difficult for him to chip it over in the way that he did, but took it well. Alfie Jones, the first goal scorer of the season for Southampton, and Middlesbrough bring on Bilal Barami for Connor Morley. The midfielder made his debut season for the under-18s only 18 months ago, Morley, but he comes off for the under-23s tonight. They'd have made that substitution anyway. Just hopefully calms things down a bit as well.
Yeah,
good relief for the players. Yeah.
Exactly. We've got something to hold on to now, but hopefully we push on and get one or two more.
Middlesbrough naturally going to have to push on here. Could be in here again. Ramimi. Already the substitutes getting in on the action there, but always sailing over the crossbar in the end. 18 to go. Wide and over. Alfie Jones giving Southampton a 1-0 lead. Clinical though, Southampton. You'd say the only real first clear-cut chance for Saints, and they've taken it.
Exactly, that's what you want. From a set piece as well, we've finally took advantage of the pressure.
Is that something you work on a lot in training, set pieces, corners and things?
Yeah, I think we all know our jobs for set piece. We haven't nailed down. So
Johnson again, Sims again. Oh my goodness me! Hits the post. Obafemi. Oh, and it's all wait so long for a chance to come along, a real chance, and then all of a sudden it was nearly two. Well, he hit that with pace, Obafemi.
Oh, definitely.
100 miles an hour.
It's mad how it stayed out, to be honest.
Yeah. You'd think that would have sealed it if Saints could have scored then, pretty much. It was still time for Middlesbrough, but post once, and then off the line, and then off the back of Tyreek Johnson in the end. Southampton moving through the gears here. Aaron O'Driscoll with me in the commentary box. Alfie Jones giving Southampton that 1-0 lead. So you were saying there about the set pieces, you all know your roles?
Yeah, of course. We don't really work on them that much, probably the day before a game, but everyone knows the roles and it's quite nailed on, so we tend to score quite a few goals from set pieces.
That's good play there from Obafemi to get in behind the defence. They might have another chance here if Vokins can get hold of it. He can't, he would have been in space otherwise. The ball's going to go up again in a second. Diade Spence is about to come on for them. So he's going to come on, and off is going to go Mamutovic by the looks of it. But again, here's the other chance again. And it just kind of hit note there, wasn't it, on the floor there from Sims. But again, by doing that, you can try and get yourself a handball in the box, can't you, at a pace like that?
Probably would have been a bit harsh, to be honest, but
yeah. So Mamutovic off. Diade Spence is on. Second substitution then after Brahimi came on, the left winger, half French, half Algerian player, had that shot which went just over Well, quite well over actually, and quite wide. A couple of minutes after coming on. Always difficult though when you come on after the opposition have just scored. The free kick, foul on Johnson. Be important as well just to, well, if you can stay unbeaten at home, it'll be the big thing when it is season for Saints. Get as many points as you can at home.
I think our home form probably could have been better last year, so it's definitely something we want to improve on.
Eases the pressure slightly as well then on your travels. 15 left, Saints holding on to this 1-0 lead. Although they've looked the better side really, Saints, haven't they, since scoring that goal. Seems to have given them a little bit of a lift.
Yeah, definitely.
Free kick. They're taken by Jack Rose. Not long to go now then, last quarter of an hour. Just a reminder then, Saints in Premier International Cup action on Tuesday at home to Dynamo Zagreb. Competition Saints went in last season but have entered it this year. Another throw to be taken from Valerie.
Hopefully we can see the game out now, or maybe get a second. Last 15 minutes.
You can hear reaction from that man, Radi Jahidi, after this game. It will go up on our official SouthamptonFC.com page, plus you can follow that on our Twitter page and Facebook as well. He'll be happy so far. Appeals for a push. Referee was close by. Hesketh quick onto his feet.
Shot.
And all of a sudden the goalkeeper there, Zach Hemming's been causing some problems now, these attempts at pace on target.
Another set piece as well.
Yeah.
It's good effort from Hess, good power.
They know there's a chance now, Saints, to really take the game to Middlesbrough. And they'll try again here with another corner kick. Saints are about to make their first substitution. Marcus Barnes about to come on. Man who arrived from Wolves a couple of years ago. On comes him. Off is going to go Josh Sims. He's kind of coming to the game though, isn't he? Second half particularly, exactly. Josh Sims.
He's got more of the ball, look more of a threat.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Barnes has scored a few goals during pre-season, so hopefully he can relive that form.
To make of those options in that attacking midfield there, because you've got Barnes, you've got Sims, Hesketh. Teller did well, didn't he, last season?
Yeah, Teller's actually, we've been in rehab together, to be fair, so
yeah.
We'll both be back at the same time. We both did hamstrings, so yeah, he's been missed tonight. But yeah, loads of options.
Yeah, he's certainly got loads of pace, Nathan Teller.
Yeah.
So a corner kick. We swung in now, this time from Vokins again. Last corner caused problems, this time doesn't get past the first man. To win another free kick. So Nathan Teller, is he likely to be back soon, do you think?
Yeah, I think he'll be back similar time to me. I think we're both training next week, so all going well, it'll be probably similar times, I think.
Oh, that's good news. Good competition for places now.
Yeah, exactly, that's what you want.
Another set piece. Saints have won more of these free kicks now in the second half. It's Vokins to take. Instruction from Radi Jahidi. Played it short, went for the old training ground move there, but it's another throw. Three substitutions so far, 2 for Middlesbrough, 1 for Southampton. Alfie Jones giving Southampton the lead just over 10 minutes ago. Lovely ball over the goalkeeper. And Saints, understandably, in no rush to take these throws now, just trying to tick down the clock. Here is Valerie again to take.
To be fair, a lot of players have been on this side, so we've got a good view of it anyway. Both halves.
Certainly have. Also, we've been down that end. McGinley out for a corner kick, another one. I think Saints hardly had a corner in the first half, but all of a sudden, 8 in the second. Yeah. One particularly caused problems. The second as well, the goalkeeper fumbled at some point. Most of them, the keeper, Zach Hemming, has commanded his area well, but we'll try again now with Vokins. Last 10 minutes. 2 men back in the centre circle for Southampton. O'Connor and Jones both in there to try and put the icing on the cake here for Southampton. Punched away from Hemming. Valerie. Smallbone. O'Neill. Here is D.A. Spence, the substitute.
Good work from Mikey there, getting back in.
Yeah, very good.
Very good.
Terrific play there, defending from the front, and Southampton have got a free kick. Getting back in numbers there. How much of a relief is that as a defender when you see strikers doing their bit as well, coming back in your own half?
Of course, it makes your job a lot easier, so that's what you want, to be honest.
Yeah.
And Mikey's good with that, so it's just pure pace is giving anyone a problem on and off the ball.
Yeah, and he's done well there. A lot of pace in this Southampton side. Rose in the air. O'Connor. Barnes. Valerie. Free kick.
Good strength there again from Jan.
Yeah, did very well there. He's had a good game tonight.
Yeah, solid.
Pretty much from minute one, hasn't he? Yeah.
Very solid.
Are there any players you say kind of the main leaders in the side, the Saints? Are you pretty much all?
Yeah, no, it's good dressing room. There's a few good good characters. Like obviously Alfie was captain, Slats. I like to think myself as well. But like everyone runs the dressing room quite well, and I think that's why it's a good group. So
yeah, that's a good sign. Johnson wins a free kick. I suppose you say been all together for some time, and Johnson does well there. Again, another player's kind of come into his own second half, Tyree Johnson.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot more of the ball and look more of a threat, I have to say. Him and Vokins have some good link up down that left side.
And the first yellow card is produced as well. 7 to play. Saints saying they didn't win too many free kicks or corners in dangerous positions as far as free kicks are concerned, but they've certainly won them here in the second half. Do they play it short here or do they deliver it in? Looks like he's going to curl this ball in. It's Slattery is there in the middle, waiting for the ball. Referee making sure that's 10 yards. Oh, and it's nearly went all the way through.
It's a good save.
Hemming sorted the situation well there. He's had a good game this evening. And he had to be alert. Otherwise, that just could have gone all the way into the back of the net there.
Yeah, it's a great ball from Will there. Just whipped it across. Yeah, could have easily zipped in.
Will Smallbone with a decent ball into the penalty area. Just one little touch as well could have caused real problems to Middlesbrough defence. Vokins with another corner kick for Southampton. Matrich has definitely improved in the second half. More and more players getting back now for these corner kicks as the clock ticks down. Vokins to take again. Just a reminder again then, Ruddy Shahidi reaction to come after this. The Saints under 23 coach will be on our website and Facebook page and YouTube channel. First match of the season for the under-23s. So far so good for Saints, with Jan Valery to take. Valery. Slattery tries to get in on the action. Spence back. Brahimi forward.
Good cover from Will there. Had to make that tackle.
Yeah, very good indeed.
Chance now.
Obafemi nearly puts Barnes away. Could get another chance here though, Southampton. That will do. Another corner kick.
Jesus.
Get to the stage soon where they start going for these short corners, isn't it, Saints now at this stage?
Definitely. It's getting late on now. Got plenty of practice for corners anyway.
Yeah, certainly got that tonight. 4 left, and this time Johnson just is in no rush to run over there. Satisfying night so far for the Southampton team. Saints won their final 2 matches last season. 2-0 at Fulham, 2-1 at home to Middlesbrough. Looking to carry on where they left off. Just a reminder, the matches will be played generally on Friday nights now rather than Monday nights last season.
It's good recovery.
Yeah. Foul there in the end from Hesketh, says the referee, on Walker. Middlesbrough found it difficult to get it in Southampton's half last 15 minutes, but they've got a chance now. And now throw bodies forward, including Sam Stubbs. Wall to take. That should be Roses. Gets a touch to it.
Foul that.
It's a foul. Good goalkeeping.
Yeah, nice and brave. That's what you need.
Yeah, they're very well indeed there. Clash there into McGinley. That's what the free kick was given against him, the Middlesbrough captain. Just over 2 to go. At a guess, you'd say 3 minutes of injury time. It's not really been too many fouls, has there? Not really been that kind of game.
No, the ball's been in play for most, apart from set pieces, really, but wouldn't expect too much at a time.
Jack Rose to take. The former West Brom goalkeeper, part of their academy. West Brom finished bottom at the end last season with just 9 points of Division 2. Here's Walker. Looks like one player who could potentially cause some problems for Middlesbrough tonight, Walker.
Hopefully we defend this one well.
This is going to be a dangerous position here. Dan Ward to take. He didn't feature last season against Southampton on the final game, but he's got a chance to change things here.
Oh, in slots.
Good head away from Slattery. This time from Barnes. Here's Kian Spence. Chipped in this time. Patrick Redding. The winger who hails from Newcastle, but he gives it away. Valery stayed alert the second time, under pressure from Tyrone O'Neill. Good play. Corner kick. And all of a sudden Middlesbrough weren't creating anything, were they, last 10-15 minutes?
A bit
but
of
they've got a
pressure
chance
now,
here.
but hopefully we ride it.
Last few minutes of concentration to come. Find out soonish how many minutes of injury time we're going to have. Redding in there, right in the middle for Middlesbrough. Oh, and that's just what Southampton wants, out for a goal kick.
Happy days. Didn't have to defend that one anyway.
That certainly eases the pressure. 5 minutes.
I don't know where he's got that from.
Normally they play less than you'd expect, don't they, sometimes, but 5 minutes. We haven't even had the full quota of subs. It's only been 3, isn't it?
It's typical when you're 1 goal lead, you have to get 5 minutes on the board.
Incredible. Maybe the 4th official's enjoying himself so much. So he can't get enough of this game. Unbelievable there. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Didn't see that one coming. I said 3 at a max.
Good header.
I don't think there's been anyone on the floor, is there, in the second half?
No, there's like no injuries or anything, so I don't know where he's got 5 minutes from.
Vokins, Hesketh.
Bed.
It may not matter in a minute at Southampton. Oh, and it's another chance here, Hesketh. Options behind him. Barnes with a shot. Still the danger's not over. McGinley. A minute of the 5 gone. O'Connor to Vokins. Southampton have it where they want it. How professional of a display has this been there from Southampton since that goal?
Yeah, 100%, because obviously when you go 1-0 up, you expect a reaction from the opposition, and we've really haven't showed them much, so that's what you want.
It is exactly what you want, as you say. Vokins to take.
Closing the game out well, just keep it in the corner, hopefully.
Brahimi forward for Middlesbrough. Last 3 minutes of concentration to come. They'll need lots of it here, Saints. Good play, well focused there from Jones. O'Connor away. Hesketh, Obafemi. Foul on Hesketh. 2 of the 5 gone. Another substitution. Ben Rowthorne is the man coming on. Jake Hesketh is the man who's going to go off. Put a shift in though tonight, Jake Hesketh.
Yeah, he's worked very hard. He's always a threat on the ball as well. But he's worked his socks off.
And if he can, it's good to see him getting over the injuries he's had as well. He's had
a few hammy injuries as well, so it was good to have him at the end of last season. I think that helped our results as well. But yeah, it's good to see him back.
Made his senior debut all the way back now in December 2014 when he came on for Dusan Tadic under Ronald Koeman. And good to see Ben Rowthorne come on. A defensive midfielder. Another player who's not long ago was in the under-18s. Chance to establish himself again in the under-23s this season. Away from Jones. 2 minutes of stoppage time to go at least. Middlesbrough don't look in a major hurry, but it's going to be D.A. Spence to take.
Hello, Michael. That's
brilliant,
that is.
Just what you want there. Obafemi, no one in their half, but they don't really mind that. Southampton just get it.
Yeah, he's gained us about 20-30 yards there, so it's vital for the team.
Let's keep it in Middlesbrough's territory. Here's Dan Ward for Middlesbrough. Slattery to Obafemi. Barnes, look at him go. Acres of space. He finds Barnes. Barnes to finish it.
Yeah.
And does brilliantly. As cool as you like. Marcus Barnes, the substitute, makes it the perfect evening for Southampton. Saints 2, Middlesbrough 0.
Yeah, very cool finish from Marcus there. Had no doubts.
Yeah, because sometimes you can almost have too much space there, can't you? One-on-one with a keeper there.
Exactly. I think we looked a fitter team as well. Middlesbrough look quite tired, but we still look strong. So
makes no mistake. And what was a very quiet first half. Again, Saints still haven't had bundles of chances, though, have they? But we were saying earlier, the clinical side.
Yeah, of course. We've been the better team. We've definitely had the better chances. They've only had a few half chances, so it's good to see us get the result.
Yeah, made it no chance there for the goalkeeper, Hemming, who was having such a good game. He has had a good game on the whole. And that's it, full time. That was pretty much the last kick of the game almost. Marcus Barnes sealing it for Southampton. A first win of the season on the first match of the season for Southampton. 0-0 at half time, but then Southampton started to move up through the gears in the second half. And that man, Marcus Barnes, sealing things for Saints to make it 2-0. And Aaron, your final thoughts? A thoroughly professional performance in the end.
Definitely, I think the result is fair, and it wasn't probably the best game we've ever seen, but we got the job done. First game of the season, 2-0 win, clean sheet. Can't really ask for more than that.
Right. So Saints got the ball rolling then past the hour mark, and Alfie Jones was the man who gave Southampton a 1-0 lead. Saints' first real clear-cut chance as well, to be fair, and they took it well. It was a very scrappy first half, not a great deal of chances at all. Saints had a few balls in the box, they were cleared, but their first attempt on target ended up with a goal. Again, a rare mistaken goal there from Zach Hemming.
Good little
Clinical
finish from
finishing.
off.
Fantastic from there. And then Marcus Barnes and acres of space. You wonder if he's maybe got too much time on the ball, but absolutely not. Took it well, and Saints are up and running. Game number 1 then of 22 to come in the PL2 Division 2, and Saints have got off to the perfect start. Well, like I say, we've got all the home games coming up here live on SouthamptonFC.com, YouTube and the Facebook page. Good to have you, Aaron. Thanks for joining us
Thanks
this
a lot.
evening.
I enjoyed it anyway, so hopefully won't be doing too many. I'll be back on the pitch, but
Yes.
But thanks, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it's good to have you, and hopefully, like I say, for your sake, you'll be back on the pitch soon, hopefully, in the next Southampton League match. That's against Stoke. But thanks for watching here this evening. Both goals coming in the second half, and Saints have beaten Middlesbrough. It finished Southampton 2, Middlesbrough 0.